Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're going to be building the Peugeot 306 body with a few tweaks and touches for Tamiya's BT01 re-release. Now you may think it's just another 306, they're all the same. This one, if you've been watching the channel, you'll know I like to 3D print a few things. So we've got a few custom touches, we've got OEM mirrors, we've got some front light buckets, some rear light buckets, and some spoilers as well. Don't forget the wheels. They're a replica of some OEM wheels. Now I know that's not a BT01 chassis, it's an FF02, but I think there's going to be a lot of people buying the body set so they can put them back on the original chassis after the original bodies have seen better days. Kind of like this one. So without further ado, let's get started and show how we built this. We're going to put together a full kit with the 306. We've got mirrors, spoilers, wheels, rear lights and front lights. The first step, we're going to need a body to put it all on. Here we go. This is a L&L body, but I have test fitted the parts on an original Tamiya body and they do fit. I've even cut the exhaust out as well because we're going to put one of them on. No body holes, be magnet mounted. Right, so now that's all cut out and cleaned. A little bit more time to dry. So there we have it, all masked up. Window masks are on. Mask for the rear lights. Front lights as well. The master splitter off. There's a couple of bits I've got to put some tape on the outside where the protective film has got a couple of holes. So I'm going to mask them up and then get spraying. There we have some colour on it. So we've gone with some PS60 Maker Red, backed in silver. It's just a black to put on it now because we've got the splitter masked off and the scuttle panel as well. Right, so let's get the last bit of paint on it. Got it all painted now, backed in black, so you can see the windscreen cowl and the splitter. So let's get the masking removed and the protective film. See how badly I've messed up this job. It's safe to say cutting out the bodies and painting them up is my least favourite part of this hobby, but it needs to be done. There we have it. So, is it perfect? Nope. A little bit of an issue here, obviously messed up with the masking, but absolute worst case I can either put a sticker over it or trim this back, get rid of this little bit there. The light masks have actually come out pretty good. Can't really see much bleed on it at all, to be honest, even on the lights. There we go. Couldn't resist a quick mock-up of the front light buckets. Pretty pleased with how those have come out. And of course we've got the rears as well. Right, so it's been a few days. Paint's fully cured and hardened and set on this. So it's time to get the decals on. Now the kit I've stole this body out of is my L&L Models Loeb Red Bull kit. And I don't want to use the window stickers and everything else off that. So I've ended up making my own. Use this one as a guinea pig. Just use some spare vinyl I had lying around for the rear windows, windscreen. Also test fitted the rear screen as well. And now I'll cut them all out in some matte black vinyl. To be fair, I'll probably end up replacing the rear ones with gloss black because they're usually the windows. But for now, we're going to get these on. I've also done the bits and pieces for the front bumper where the fog lights and whatnot would have gone. I've also had a play about with the badge for the front grille. So that's some matte black vinyl with some chrome cut out for the lion. I've also sorted out the masking issue I had along the front bumper, or the splitter. That's all black, got rid of the excess red and everything else that was on there. That's all been foiled and sanded back. I want to get these on, see how badly I can mess it up. See you in a minute. Alright, so that's the decals on. You can see we've got the windows. Even I did some panel line tape. You can see the front end, all in the grills. In the back. The phase 1 306 had a black strip along the bottom of the boot, so that's on there as well. So you see the panel lines on there, around the boot, around the roof. Bonnet and headlight as well. Still got to do around the front and rear bumper, but I've run out, so I've got to cut some more out. You can see I've got a selection of bits here, so I've been messing about with some different exhausts. Got the standard one, oval, an outward roll tip, you can just about see. But I can always change the design on these. Now for the headlights. So you've got a couple of options with these. This is how they'll turn up. It's printed in black. So you can either fit them as they are, just like that. You can paint part of the inner housing. Just like that. Pop the indicator lens on. Have it like that. You could paint the whole thing silver if you like. Have it fitted in there, like so. But for me, I'm going to be fitting both of the lenses that I've made. And have them sat in place like that. The rear light buckets will come with a set of lenses that have been painted, so they're smoked on the bottom, red on the top. Fit into the housing just like that. and then they fit into the car like so. They will also come with a set of lenses that haven't been painted, so you can paint them yourselves if you want. Same again with the rear light buckets. You can either paint the inside silver or leave them black. But to be honest, you're not going to see much behind the lens anyway. Now, as with the rest of the my 3D printed bits that I do sell, I'll be doing a separate fitting video just for these mirrors and the spoilers as well. But for now, I'm going to get all these fitted on the red body and get it finished. As you can see with fitting them, it's pretty self-explanatory. So take some of the supplied 3M tape, cut some pieces out and attach it to the tabs on the rear light like so. Do the same on the front light as well. So you got a tab on the top, tab on the bottom. Also a little bit on the side there by the indicator, just to help it. Do the same for the other rear light. Of course the other front light as well. And it's just a case of peeling the backing off and attaching them to the body. And there we go, there's the light buckets fitted. You can see on the rear. You can put the LEDs in if you want. So I've designed them so they'll take 3mm LEDs, or you can leave them as they are. And there's the front. Separate indicators, twin beams in the front. First step, prep and paint. As you may be able to see, just in the light there's some layer lines. Unfortunately, they'll need sanding out. You could just paint them straight as they are, but for best results, give them a quick sand to get rid of them. To give you a nice uniform gloss finish there. Mask them off before you sand them, depending on how brave you're feeling. You just want to take some of the layer lines out of here, clean those up a little bit, and you can prime them. You can use the Tamiya surface primer or plastic primer, be fine. And I've actually just painted these with the same PS60 that I put the body shell in. Once the layer lines were removed, and just painted straight over. Remember, light coats. After that, you're going to want to fit the mirror glass. So you'll see that this area has been basically flattened out, because originally there would have been a surface imperfection from where these supports were. So once those are removed, it gives you a nice flat area. And then we're simply going to pop the mirror vinyl off, fit it in there. My suggestion is use cotton bud afterwards, just so you can make sure it's all nice and flat. We'll do that now. And there you go, that's the mirror finish. So that's both sets of mirror vinyl fitted. Now to get them fitted onto the body. Now you'll fit these the same way you'd fit the standard mirrors. In fact, the posts are in the same position, so you can use factory holes on the body. My advice, rather than a drill, use a body post rayner. Once you've made your holes, you want a nice snug fit with the mirror, so not too tight, not too loose. Should just press in. Make sure you've removed any excess material around the hole, and then all you're going to do, same as the standard mirrors, you're going to put your O-ring on the body pin. There we go, the mirror is fitted. Next thing for this body, we're going to get the spoiler on. Right, now we've got the lens glued in place. As I say, if you were painting this in a different colour, it would stand out a bit more, as this is red. You can still see the texture on there for the bright light. Now we're just going to cut the adhesive, put it on the spots on the back, and get it mounted on there. Now the adhesive's in place and the backing's removed, let's get it mounted. Right, so once you've got it positioned where you want it, you flip it upside down, you can see where the adhesive is. So just support the spoiler, press on the body, make sure that it's nice and tight. Panel line tape is on for the front and rear bumpers now. Now for the exhaust. These are the exhausts that are currently on sale, but I think I'm going to go with the outward roll tip. Only slight, you can see it. Also got the bead around the exhaust itself. Take one of my brackets, get that mounted up on the right position for it so it sticks out the right distance, get that mounted. There we have the magnet in place for the exhaust. It's just a case of dropping it on. There we go. That's the exhaust in place. There's one final step. I made a copy of the OEM wheels, Cyclones. Due to proportion, these are more like the Lions, which were a Wheelmania 17-inch version. But I decided I was going to change the design because you can see some of the layer lines in there. As much as I try and remove them, it's not really possible. So what I ended up doing was flattening out the centre of the wheel where the Lion is, just to make it easy because you can remove the layer lines around the outside. So let's get the version 1 swapped out for the version 2. There we go, they've now been swapped out for what I'm calling version 2 of the wheels. You can see the layer lines are easier to get rid of around the logo. And I've also put a set of temporary body posts on there that are quickly mocked up because I don't want to put no holes in the body, it's going to be magnet mounted. Now all that's left to do is get the body on and see how it looks. There we go, so as you can see we've got the OEM wheels, OEM mirrors, front light buckets, rear light buckets and the spoiler as well. And that's it, that's the 306 done. So if you've liked watching this build, these parts should be up on eBay, so the wheels, spoiler, mirrors, light buckets, it'll be up on eBay. I'll put a link in the description. If you want any of these parts for your Tamiya 306, have a look on there. If you've liked watching the build, consider giving it a like. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.